Alright, hopefully this is a better angle. 3:14 p.m. on May 8th. It's fucking Mother's Day, y'all. I went to see my mom yesterday. Told her Happy Mother's Day today. Posted on Facebook that Happy Mother's Day to the mothers of my children. So that friend request that I accepted, she unfriended me like right after, so I guess it was an accident. It's all good. I really don't care who knows. I smoke weed, so okay, so maybe her posting things publicly is a good thing because I still get pictures of my kids. I can at least get pictures of them, you know, and I've been writing like crazy. I'm gonna try to get this new album started. It's called Left All Alone, and that's pretty much, the songs are basically gonna consist of that, you know, being alone, the dark times you fall on, the things you do to deal with being by yourself, you know, and a lot of that being by myself is her fault. I mean, it's true, but it's kind of a shitty thing to say, but it's true. So, I hope you guys are smoking with me. I have a lot to say. I bought a table today. This new table. It comes in handy. You know, I figured I'd buy it for this specific shit and for writing. You know, because I'm always in my chair, right? Oh, fuck! I dropped a hitter in my chair. Hold on. Because I'm always sitting in my chair, so it'd be nice to like lean forward and be able to write. Fucker. Tried to get away from me. My life's boring. I'm adulting. Whatever the fuck that means. So, court date's coming up in 2 days, and I got nothing. I really don't want to take it as far as, I don't want to take it further than it needs to go, you know. We show up there, all I can do is defend myself a little bit, you know, with whatever it is that I'm being accused of, you know, but mainly, I just want the kids. I just want visitation with the kids. I want to be able to work that out with her, and not have to get a lawyer and take her to court for it. Because that fight that I had with my older two, it tore me apart mentally it tore me apart because I couldn't see him that whole time. And she was the one who gave me that fucking strength to just fight, keep fighting, you know. Don't back up from it. Don't let up from it. So yeah. Now I don't have that. I have to rely on myself. It's really all I can do anyway. Really, if on a positive note, it's better to not have anyone around in a certain way, because it's just drama, just more bullshit that someone can just take out of your fucking mouth and twist up the way they want it and spit it at someone else, and then word goes down the line, and then you're a piece of shit. Yeah, I already did that. This is particularly hard for me when I'm just sitting here alone, you know. She posted some pictures of them. I'd like to have pictures of them without her in them, you know, the ones that I got sent. I had her in it, and then there was like one or two that didn't. But in the filters, I mean, come on. It's not the real you, man. I barely use filters unless it's changing the color of it, changing the color scheme. I don't do the beauty thing. I don't think this is really me. There's no filters, no nothing. This is me. For the second time. Then you got filters that are, you know, they basically smoothen your skin or smoothen your the brightness of your skin or whatever. And that's not really you. It's not who you are. If someone sees you in person, they're gonna be like, yeah, you look nothing like your pictures. Your face is always full of freckles. Filter gets rid of those freckles. That's how you know they're filters. And wrinkles and acne gets rid of that shit. Nobody's fucking real anymore, man. I was raised in church. I'm not a fan of religion, but I learned a lot of morals and values in church. It is a positive environment because everybody's gunning for everybody. You know, everybody wants everybody to win. It's the humbleness in those churches, and I'm talking small town churches. I'm talking like town of 600 people and fucking 30 to 40 of them go to church. You know, small churches. So I had that stuff incorporated into my fucking brain. So I'm trying to figure out where I was going with this, but yeah, when I tried to like put those morals on her, it's like it worked for a long time, because to me, the morals that I have always lean on decision making as, is this right or is this wrong? Now, I have had a very hard time doing that for myself. Is this right? Is this wrong? I just didn't fucking care because of the drugs. I didn't fucking care. And when you do drugs, you don't care about yourself at all. I mean, you want that artificial, that false sense of security, that false sense of being beautiful, but drugs ruin you. They ruin your relationships. They ruin you as a person. Who you really are inside is not who you are on drugs. I speak from experience. I was always an avid talker, avid thinker, as I've said in my previous videos. Drugs made me not that way. Made me keep my mouth shut, made me insecure, made me feel like I was a piece of shit for certain decisions that I made that I shouldn't have made. And then you try to better those, try to better yourself in that, and then it gets brought up later and thrown in your face like, who the fuck are you to judge me? You know, I mean, you've made mistakes too. Here's what, yeah, we're not talking about you, hun. We're talking about this situation right here. Anyways, I don't know, man. Still processing. That's what I should call this series of videos. Still processing. What I'm saying is, there was a point where I wanted to quit. And when I want to quit, then that means that she had to quit. And then not even a day goes by and it's over. We're done. I don't want a relationship no more, and I know exactly why. You didn't want to stop. I did. And I have. Now, I haven't been sober for a fucking year or 10 years or anything. But I've been sober for a little over a month since she broke up with me. That day I touched something in order to get that false sense of security that everything was okay, you know, but then you come down from it and you're left with the thoughts. You're just fucking going nuts inside your own brain. It's like you're inside your head and there's a fucking prison wall right there with fucking prison bars, and you're sitting in there fucking screaming on the outside, but inside this cell you're just sitting lonely and fucking staring at the floor, you know? And all that shit comes back up and you're fucking feeling like shit again. It does nothing for you. At least not for any, you know, who are you really? You know, the real person, the loving, the compassionate, the caring, the generous, faithful, loyal, respectful. And sometimes she would break one of those things, you know, like not being honest. Same with me, not being honest, not being faithful. That was the one that got brought up the most, probably. Not being faithful. And she's right there, I fucked up. But, I mean, I can't go back and fucking change it, you know? I don't know if she even sees these videos, honestly. It's not like I'm asking her to watch them. But if you were in my position, you would want her to at least hear you out, to at least listen, maybe consider some of these things. I feel like she's going to drive herself down, without help. If she's not getting help, down into a fucking hole, deeper into that fucking hole until her life falls apart, and then she'll stop. I know a lot of girls that have been down that route and fucking lost everything. Their relationships that they were in that were long term fell apart too. Me and her fell apart really quick. My uncle died, and then everything just went to shit for me, you know. I dove deeper into the fucking drugs. I had been sober from opiates and from anything like that strong for over 10 years, man. And I relapsed over the death of my uncle, over other issues too, you know, concerns within the relationship that me and her had. She just never would talk about them. I mean, not in a productive manner. And that was the hardest part, was the communication. Trust fell apart later, but the communication was almost always a problem, you know. getting her to talk to me about something that I'm having a problem with, she would just don't even care, fuck it. Or bring up something that I did. That, oh yeah, well, you don't like me doing this. Well, you did this a while back. Yeah, that doesn't matter. I've apologized for that. We moved on, and I've not made that mistake since. Now have I? So help me out here. And I didn't even want to fight about half of this stuff. I would always start it off as nice as possible. And it would just get taken wrong. God damn, I've kept you for 15 minutes of my rambling and bullshit. I'm sorry. I really am. It's getting closer to this court date, and I'm trying to open up a little bit more to, publicize my life. There's a lot of things about me that a lot of people don't fucking know, and I'm here to tell them. Probably not everything, but if you heard anything about my life that I haven't told you, okay. It's 3:30. I'll let you guys go. Thanks.